What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be jumping into the Training with SAIBAMEN event here. We have a couple new missions to take down. So those missions are going to be to clear it with at least three Pure Saiyans on the team, 3 Planetary Destruction members on the team, and then respectively with both of those, you have to deal 31.81 million damage with a single attack. With those specific team builds. So what we went ahead and did here was we made a team that has both. So we've got at least 3 Pure Saiyans and 3 Planetary Destruction members on the team here. So hopefully we can get this entire thing taken down in one go. I believe, again, it's going to be, what is it, about, I can't remember the exact number of rounds that this thing lasts. I have a bit of an interesting team build. It's not super focused on AoE. It's a lot of additional attacks, but I think with the units that we have pooled here, we should be able to take this down. If I remember correctly, quote-unquote clearing the event is going to be a lot easier than like what we had to do to get the titles for it before. So I would assume that with at least with all of the items that I brought, we should have like no problem at all. I'm gonna go ahead and put Cooler. Can I even get? Yeah, there we go. I need to get his 18 key, because with his 18 key, he's gonna be raising attack. So I kind of want to keep him on rotation so that he can continue to buff himself throughout the fight. I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna split up the AGL Brolys. That'll be the best way to go about it. Let's see. I'm looking earlier in the missions to see, like, what stage it wanted you to get to. There were so many missions for this previously, I kind of forgot about it. Like inflicting crits, inflicting damage. Here we go. Defeat 45 enemies. Okay, so I think it's, I would say it's probably going to be 9 phases then? Yeah. 9 phases to, like, clear it. 45. 5. Yeah, okay. And then, yeah, the missions went all the way up to, like, get to, like, turn whatever. Like, 30 or something. But we only need to get to turn 9 here. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's go ahead and keep the other Broly on rotation. Just because he's rainbowed and mine is 55%. So he's definitely going to be doing more damage. Alright, we didn't get, like, amazing rotations out the gate, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I think we'll be okay. Obviously, we're still at the point where we're gonna be just one-shotting everybody. I kind of want to attempt to do this without items. We'll see if it's gonna be possible here. Obviously, we already have the support memory active, which there was no real good support memory for me to choose, so I just chose the one that was gonna buff, like, a unit that was getting stronger throughout the fight. Because I could have put, like, a Vegeta family one for the Tech Vegeta, but he's not, like, raising attack and getting stronger throughout the fight, right? Like, he's going to transform at some point, and then that will be good, but other than that, he doesn't get, like, consistent power increases, whereas the Cooler is going to be raising his attack every turn, so I think it's better to give him the support memory buff, because then it kind of becomes exponential. But yeah, there wasn't really a good, like, extreme class buff for me to give all of these units. It's just such a wonky team build, right? Okay, so here I'm going to put Cooler first, just to allow him to buff his own attack, and then with whatever else is left over, I suppose we could go for the Broly. Maybe I should keep Cell Max on. Are their links going to be any different? Yeah, Cell Max is going to have big bad bosses with Cooler, so that's definitely, we'll leave them together. I think that makes sense to do. And then I assume Cooler's just going to finish it off here, and then if not, we do have an AoE coming in that third slot. Which is the main reason why I have him here, right? We needed some kind of AoE unit on the turn, or on the team. But yeah, the interesting thing about using a team like this, where it's built around a bunch of additional attacks, instead of being built around, like straight up AoEs, is that if you do a combination of the two, like how I've done, you can get yourself into an interesting predicament, because while the STR Broly is going to be really good at AoEing the enemies, there's going to come a point where he's no longer one-shotting them, And that means that he can do some damage to all of them instead of a lot of damage to one. And if you have like a cooler on rotation and he only gets 3 super attacks, but his attacks are hitting really hard, so he manages to, so he manages to like one-shot the first 3 enemies, but then there's 2 enemies left and you have one, unit on rotation that's available to do an AoE attack, but he can only do half the HP pool to both of those guys because he's built to design, he's designed to like deal out a little bit of damage to everyone instead of a lot of damage to one individual, then that could be a problem, right? So that was something that I did factor in while building this team and tried not to go too heavy on, the AoE units, because that's what I was going to do originally, was just have my main rotation units be all of these like multi-attacking units, Broly and Cooler and stuff, and then have all my floaters be AoE units, but I didn't want to run into that predicament, so I opted to just pull, like, Kid Buu and stuff for support, and then, like, sell Max just for, like, really hard-hitting attack and stuff like that, right? So yeah, that Broly is, like, the one exception, because if you do get his 18-key super, then he does dish out a really, really hard-hitting attack toward one enemy specifically, right? Okay, I haven't been keeping track of the turns. That was 3, right? I guess we can just look at the turn counter. Oh, way more than 3. Okay, so we're on turn 5 now. Okay, we'll go ahead and continue to save. Save what we're saving. Let's see. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, because I want to keep Broly on, just because I feel like, well, I mean, Cell Max does a lot of damage too. I think we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and do this. Maybe I should do this to allow Cell Max to take some hits. And then we can, continue on with Cooler here. Yeah, this could be good. Okay, so when it comes to dealing the 31 million damage, it's 31.81 million damage that we have to do, in one hit here. We might end up needing to go longer than the supposed, like, end of the event, right? Because it's not going to cut us off for quite a while, but we only have to get past turn 9, I think, in order to pass. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know if I want to use the domain yet. Well, we do have 2 of the domains that we can pop, and it's going to last 4 turns, which would be until turn 9. Okay, let's go ahead and launch it then. Why not? Yeah. Okay, perfect. The domain is up. Awesome. And we've got a full extreme build here. Even though we needed some pure Saiyans, I made sure to keep it all extreme. That way Broly's domain would be helping everybody out. Yeah, and then obviously Broly's gonna link up better than, yeah, so we'll keep the Broly's on rotation together. I guess we just do this. I don't really know what the right answer is here, to be honest. I'm sure we're still going to be fine. We'll have to pay attention to if it looks like we're getting close to the point of not being able to, one-shot them anymore. I don't think that that's the case. I think we're still fine. If the SGR Broly gets a chance to dish out his AoE, then we'll get a real accurate idea of how buffed the enemy is getting here. Oh, that was almost it, right? That was a 31 million on that AoE. Or not the AoE. That was 31 million on that super attack. Wait, I actually just realized, was that an... I am absolutely tripping. Okay. Yeah. Let's go here. Okay, I think we'll do the same thing. We'll put Cell Max in slot 1. We don't need to use any actives or anything like that yet. I think we'll just keep going. The fact that we were able to almost get the, what's it called? That 31 million damage. We almost got it there with that crit on Broly. I am assuming we're going to be able to get that 31 million. As long as we crit with a really hard-hitting attack here at some point, then I think, yeah, we definitely will get the 31 mil. Oh, I kind of forgot that Wow. Silly me, silly me. It's a funny thing, I built this team after, like, reading all these cards in depth and stuff, like, probably, what was it, like, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that? Like, the day that this event released, so it's been a little while now. And I kind of forgot the strategy that I had intended to go for. Okay, so we'll keep the two AGL Broly's together at this point, just because they're going to be linking up really well. And then, when one of their domains deflates, we'll activate the other one, so they'll still be able to link up together. I think that that's going to be the best way to go. Okay, so I guess, no, here's what I want to do. I'm going to attack STR, because we'll do more damage that way, and then hopefully if we get a critical hit, we can get the 31 million in there. That would be nice. We also have a Dokkan attack coming up that's going to allow us to probably do a lot of damage as well. So that's good. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll be able to do the 31 mil without using an item. We'll pop a couple of those attack boosting items if we have to, but I don't think it's going to be too necessary. I actually didn't see what that number was just now. I saw 6, but surely that wasn't 60 million, right? Okay, there we go. We did it. That was 33. That was 33. So, we have officially cleared both of those missions. Because we have both the Planetary Destruction and Pure Saiyans on the team, I believe we only needed to get that one, you know, instance of the 31 mil to actually clear it. Okay, and then because we also have a Dokkan attack here, I still don't feel like I need to run any of these active skills. So let's just go ahead and put... Should we put Cooler up front? I mean, Cell Max is definitely going to hit harder, but I want to get the attack raise with Cooler. It doesn't really matter. We're at the end of the event anyway. It's fine. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. This will work out. So yeah, we'll just go Dokkan attack here. And then I imagine that this team could go a lot further. Like, I'm kind of curious to see how far this team actually can go without items or anything. Okay, a slow boy for us. There we go. Yeah, it's been so long since I've run this event, I kind of forgot how it goes. But once we clear stage 9, like, that's all the missions done. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna let us continue going. I guess I am kind of curious about this. Let's just go ahead and continue. Oh, I kind of forgot Broly doesn't de-transform once his domain deactivates. So if we were to get this domain up, then he is going to, they're not going to link up together anymore. So I think I'm just going to not use the domain, and we'll just stay like this for now. Yeah, I am kind of curious if this team would be able to, like, clear the missions for this. Because obviously, like, since this event has originally released, there's a lot more really good, you know, units that we can use here. Broly being one of them. But then, obviously, like, Cell Max is a huge addition with his AoE. Hitting super, super hard. Probably the hardest hitting AoE since, like, the Tree of Might Goku. Okay, and we're getting AoEs here. You love to see that. I could have swore... Okay, so maybe it's in the transform state that he's getting the AoE. I kind of forgot about that. But that is actually pretty good. Maybe this would be a reason to float the other Broly onto the other rotation, so I could have both of their AoEs going. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Okay, yeah, let's again do Cooler up front. Yes, Cooler up front. Like that, and then, yeah, we'll see if Cell Max has what it takes. Our attack stat is hurt a little bit from Cooler, just because there was 2 turns in a row where we didn't attack with him because we put Cell Max first and the AoE killed everything. So yeah, I probably should have, like, targeted someone other than the AGL. to actually do more damage. We probably could have, like, fully taken out the physical one. But I'm not too worried because of Cell here. He's probably just gonna AoE everything to oblivion anyway, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, very good, very good. Man, that's almost making me think you could take down these missions with the Cell Max team. Even though he's only got the 150% leader skill. Probably could be good. Okay. Let's just go ahead and launch his active. He's going to be doing a lot more damage after he transforms. So we'll go ahead and get him transformed there. And now I'm going to rotate the Broly because I do want to use his domain on the other rotation. Once he's no longer linked up with this Broly. Yeah, so I can't remember exactly what the last stage was. I want to say it was 30. I'm pretty sure it was 30. You had to get to turn 30, and that is, like, when the event ends itself, and you, like, literally can't continue. But I'm pretty sure that clearing, you only have to get past stage 9. Alright, let's see how we're looking here. Okay, nice. Very good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a smart idea to transform Broly onto that other rotation. Just because, like, I feel like he single-handedly can do so much for us, right? I still don't feel like we need to use any of these, like, active skills yet, because those ones are obviously just going to be for damage, not for, like, transformations. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it like this. Oh, I didn't target off of the AGL again. Oh well, oh well. He's still getting his attack raise. That's the main most important thing, right? Because we know that Cell Max is going to just obliterate all of this, so it doesn't really matter what Cooler does here. And then pretty soon we're going to have the support of Broly instead anyway, and then I think we're going to start floating Cooler, so it's not too important. That was a better performance from him this turn, though, for sure. I think we were able to get more super attacks and less normal attacks with him that time. That's why he was able to do more damage. Okay. So yeah, now I guess the question is, who do we want to keep on with Broly? Because he's got 4... yeah, they're pretty comparable. They are pretty comparable. They both have 4 links. Let's do this. Let's actually do this. And then he gets a lot of links, yeah. I'm okay with this. Alright, we always want to try and prioritize Ki for Broly. Definitely. That's going to be important. We want him getting the strongest attacks that he possibly can, because he is going to be the hardest hitter for us. Is this a crit? It is. Oh, still not enough to finish him off. Well, we get one more. Cool, cool. Okay. Very good. Broly should have no problem cleaning up here. Yeah, I am very curious to see if there's going to be a point where that 20 million isn't enough, you know? And ends up falling off. So far, it's still a one-shot. Okay, and that is another turn down. I think what I'm going to do at this point... Okay, let's go ahead and... We should probably activate this domain, right? Because he's... In order for him to become that transformed amazing Broly that's going to be doing all the damage, we kind of got to get the domain up here. Get that transformation out. Perfect. And then... we are going to keep him with Cell Max, which is the unfortunate part that he's not going to have, like, a ton of links. Oof, yeah. I guess we'll keep Cellmax second so that he can stay linked with Cooler for now for Big Bad Bosses. But overall, I don't think it's going to be going... The links are going to be going too well. But we kind of did know that, right? We could have expected it. That's the one big downside of, like, rotating the Brolys off, being away from each other, is that the links aren't going to be quite as good, but we've got enough, like, powerhouse damage dealers that will be fine here. That was quite a significant step down. You know, obviously with my Broly, we're dealing with 55% instead of Rainbowed, and then obviously, like, his links aren't nearly as good as they were with the other Broly being linked up with this guy. So I would assume that the other Broly's attack stat's going to go down as well, starting on the next rotation. Okay, so it looks like as long as we crit, we're still able to one-shot. If we're not critting, then that's not going to happen. But all of these additional attacks are going to be AoEs, so that's really, really good. Yeah, I think for the next few turns here, he's still going to be able to dish out enough of those to make a difference. At least we hope, right? Okay, what's the deal here? Should I launch this active? Sure. Let's go ahead and launch it. I just launched it against the one that Broly's going to have type disadvantage against, just in case. Man, 26 million. That is crazy. That is really good. So definite one-shot in here into the AoE. Maybe, for future reference, I should start targeting, like, the... Well, I already destroyed the tech one with the other active skill, but for future turns, I should probably use that first attack to attack the tech enemy, just so that the weaker hitting AoE doesn't have to target down, like, a type disadvantage boss. I think that's what I will do. So, like, on this one, we're going to put Broly up front, and then we'll make his very first attack against the tech one. Actually, I don't know if I want Broly in front. I kind of want to link Broly with Broly this time. Yeah. So we'll put Cellmax up front, so it doesn't really matter who he attacks with the AoE, since it is an AoE. And then we'll just, yeah, target the tech with Broly to make sure that tech dies on whatever that first hit is that he does. Alright, and then whatever's left over. If there's anything left over by that point. Yeah, we still have not yet gotten to a turn where the third attacker is going to dish out any attacks, right? We have gotten to the second attacker sometimes, but for the most part, it's just been the first. I feel like a lot of the times when the second slot actually gets to attack, it's because I put a weaker unit in slot 1. Right? Okay, I think at this point, I'm probably going to rotate Vegeta off. We'll keep Cooler on with Goku. Or with a... No, they link up so much better. I feel like this is probably still the smartest thing to do. Yeah. We'll do this, Okay, so again, the priority is always going to be to target the enemies that we don't think Broly can destroy on his own. Or that he'll need the most help, you know, taking care of. That's the way we're going to continue to target all of this throughout. Man, this event just feels like worlds easier than it did a year ago, let me tell you. These units have gotten so much more powerful since then. Alright, well, it seems like this is going to be pretty repetitive coming up for, like, the next 10 turns here or so. I've used most of the active skills. I've used most of the transformations at this point. I think all we have left is the Supernova from Cooler, and then also Cell Max's active skill, which both of those are just going to be single-targeted, like, ultimate damage attacks, so they're not going to really do much for us. They also don't provide, like, you know, they aren't going to be providing, like, buffs for the team or transformations or anything like that. So I don't think it's super important to cover, like, how they're going to assist us here. Okay, that is the other domain wearing off. That is going to be another really, really huge factor for the amount of damage we're doing. Let's see here. Okay, I was curious if this did ultimate damage to all enemies or one enemy. It is only a single targeted enemy attack. Okay, I am going to use it right here. We will go ahead and target the tech SAIBAMEN there. And then let's see how low Broly's damage is going to be on this turn. I guess I could... I would say that I could see this being the last turn of the fight. Like, we could lose right here. But I don't think so, only because we have Cell Max, right? It would be more likely for us to lose on the opposite rotation to this. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So... let's see how low this attack stat is. Yeah, down to 12 million, and that's because no domain and not Great Links anymore, right? So, makes sense, makes sense. But let's see with all the additional AoEs, what we're able to do here. And this is really good, right? Because on this rotation, we have double AoE going in with Cell Max as well. So even if we're only able to take out half of the HP on all these remaining SAIBAMEN, we're still going to be fine. Because Cell Max will more than make up for it. All those critical hits definitely helped out. Now we're not going to have to worry about anything. So yeah, I guess it's going to be interesting to see, like, at what point Broly kind of starts to fall off or is unable to clear the stage here. Which obviously is a repetitive thing for me to say because that's the entire reason we're playing the event at this point. Okay, let's, again, target tech. And then, can we still get 24 key here? We can. That way we can grab all those STR orbs, I guess. And we have a Dokkan attack coming in here, so we're gonna, you know, we're definitely not gonna struggle on this one. Let's see if this Dokkan attack is able to just one-shot the turn. I wonder. I would assume probably not at this point. I would be kind of impressed if a single Dokkan attack would be enough to just flatten everybody. Oh, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, we did get a critical hit there, so that could have been part of it, for sure. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is that one, like, funky, awkward rotation where we kind of have to keep Broly up front. No way for us to get 24 key here with Cell Max, unfortunately. So let's just do this. And then, I don't think we need to use the Supernova yet. Still, I think we'll still be fine without it. Dang, down to only 10 million. That is surely not the best, right? But this is where a lot of his additionals are going to be put to the test to see if, you know, he can dish out enough of these additional AoEs to keep himself safe. I think it is very lucky that my Broly ended up rotating to be with Cell Max, because Cell Max is the other, like, strongest AoE unit on the team. Whereas the Rainbowed Broly is going to be doing a better job on his own and not need quite as much help. Okay, and another. Wow, this is, yeah. This might be, like, the go-to team. I mean, obviously not, like, this exact team build. We were a little bit limited in some of the specific choices because we're, you know, limited to, like, Pure Saiyans and Planetary Destruction. But in general, I feel like Broly is probably, like, the best leader in the game at this point for this event. That's kind of exciting. Okay. We grab these. And then make sure Broly gets his 24 key. And Kid Boo's good to go. So yeah, this would be the scarier of the two rotations, right? Because Broly is going to be doing AoEs, but like if this Vegeta is only able to take out like 1.5 enemies, then that means we're pretty much depending on Broly to fully flatten the rest of the rotation. I mean, or I guess in hopes that our slot 3 unit could clean things up for us. Is he still attacking the tech one, or did he get KO'd on that last attack? Still attacking the tech. Okay, so all of his supers just went to the one enemy at this point. You could definitely tell that they are getting buffed quite a bit. We are later than round 20 at this point, so. But again, not dealing with any type disadvantage. Everybody left is type neutral. Alright, very good, very good. That should do it. Man, the critical hits help us out so much. It's kind of vital that they be there, to be honest. Okay, Cell Max up front so Broly's can be linked together. Here we go. Do this to make sure we get 24 key, and then I guess we can do that. Okay, so Cell Max is in the same boat, where he now needs to critical hit in order to one-shot enemies, the same way that Broly does. But without his crit, he's doing a lot more damage still, right? Okay, only 2 more attacks to sit through here. And then we'll be cleanly on to the next phase. Now, it's interesting to note that the previous teams that I had tried to clear this with, leading with like the 8th anniversary LRs and stuff, at round, what are we on? We're about to go to like 23 now. I would have already been using support items for sure, you know, to buff everybody's attack. So it is kind of wild that I'm still going itemless. Yeah, 24. Wow. Yeah, this is quite nutty. Quite nutty indeed. Okay, so again, we attack tech. Just going to continue on with the exact same strategy every single turn. Okay, no 24 key here. So because of that, I'm going to use the Supernova this turn. Just because of the no 24 key. So we'll use the Supernova on the tech unit. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I believe Broly does lose a little bit of attack power. Like there might be like a guaranteed additional or something that he isn't going to get because of not being at 24 key. And that's actually the first time that we've had that issue, unfortunately. But again, we're not going to be dealing with any type disadvantage attacks from him, so hopefully that should make up for it. Dang, that is really a goal of mine at this point, is now to get through stage 30 with no items used. We'll see if, how much more these enemies, like, power creep up on the way. Alright. Well, the Supernova helped out for sure, but this is a good turn so far. I think they are mathematically eliminated at this point, yeah? Probably safe to say. Especially considering even if Broly can't do it on his own, we still have Cooler. Alright, and a crit. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it still feels like we're a long ways from not being able to accomplish it, right? Seems like it. 2, 2, and 1. Do they have more links together? They have Big Bad Bosses, so we're going to leave them on rotation together for sure. Okay. Broly here. Cell Max, doesn't matter who he attacks, and Ibu. I'm surprised how well the key has been treating us. We don't have like a bunch of orb changers or anything, but we have been consistently getting the 24 key every single turn, which is really, really nice. That is super helpful. So we don't have to use Cellmax's active yet. I don't think we're going to need it quite yet. We have a couple more turns of him showing up before the end. I want to use it on, like, the last possible turn. Just because, obviously, that's going to be the hardest hitting one, so we'll have the best chance to survive it, since we're not, like, in dire straits with the Cellmax rotation, and we still seem to be, you know, flattening the enemies just fine. Exhibit A. My goodness. Okay, so all that's left really is the AGL guy. So if we crit him, then we'll be done. Otherwise, we're probably going to have to wait for Cellmax to do an attack here. Nice. There we go. Okay, so this is the first turn of, like, fear, where I think it's possible that we don't quite... Well, he's got a lot of links active with this Broly. I don't know. It's possible that we could see some attacks from STR Broly here, finally. It is possible. That is not out of the question entirely. I kind of want to do this. Well... No, it's actually probably smarter for me to get the 17 key. Just so that we get the double AoE instead of the single attack into the AoE. Just in case AGL Broly doesn't get crits this turn, doesn't get a lot of additionals, and then, like, leaves us with a whole slew of, like, half-dead enemies. We would want to make sure to get as many AoE attacks in as possible at that point, right? Come on, Vegeta, you can do it, you can do it. There we go. Alright, he at least takes out the tech one. I think that is the most important thing to make sure to do every time, right? Just make sure to get rid of the tech one, and then Broly should be able to go to work on the rest. Yeah, I feel like it would be kind of a waste if we had just attacked the AGL one or something. Like, he's almost dead already anyway, right? Alright, let's see some crits. Come on, Broly. Nice. That's one. Sweet. Oh, okay. Just the one left. Not bad, not bad. Definitely still putting in work. Okay, so next round here is what, 27? 26? 27. Okay. Dude, I mean, they have Big Bad Bosses together too, right? Okay, so we have another turn with where we're not going to be able to get Broly's 24 key. Okay, not a huge deal, but definitely something. Okay. These are all AoEs. And then it doesn't really matter. Well, okay, his first attack is going to hit the hardest, so we want... Because, yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Because we've got all these AoEs, right? So we don't know... Like, I was going to say target the AGL one at the end, because the 5th enemy would be, like, the last likely one to attack if you were just attacking them all in order. But with all these AoEs, everybody's going to get hit with damage anyway, so we don't really know who's going to have the most HP by the time it gets around to Cooler. You know, if that ends up being a thing. So yeah, this is going to be the interesting part here. Wow, we have a very, very strong Tech Nappa that we have to deal with. Okay, damage still, like, not looking quite as good as it has been on some of these previous turns. But we are nearing the end. We don't have too many more turns to survive. And we still have never done an attack with the Slot 3 unit. Not one single time yet. And based on this, it doesn't look like we're going to. I am assuming that this is GG right here with the Cellmax AoE. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Okay. So, here we go. Shoot. I don't think it really matters who we put up front, but we'll just do this. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then I am actually going to switch to the tech, because I'm assuming that the one he's not going to be able to defeat is the tech unit. Alright, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Alright, 22. Do we get a crit on this first one? That would be massively helpful. Oh, okay. I kind of forgot. I probably should have targeted him with Broly as well. I was just thinking because he does the AoEs that I didn't really need to push him straight onto the tech, but I kind of forgot that that first attack is not an AoE. So that might have been smart, actually, for me to target the tech unit. But it's okay. I think overall we'll be fine. We've still got multiple attacks coming in from Broly, and then obviously the next two attackers as well, so... And I've said it last round, I'll say it again. We still have not attacked with the slot 3 unit. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here either. Wow, no items. That's crazy. Like, we used the support memory, right, which gave us a 10% attack and defense buff, literally just for Cooler. Because it was just the Wicked Bloodline support memory, right? So there was no, you know, no one else is getting any buffs from this except for Cooler. And then literally just one key for 7 turns. But we haven't used any of the items yet. Like, this is going very well. I am quite impressed and surprised, honestly. Okay. Oh, man, this is going to be another interesting one, isn't it? Oh, I should probably do this. This is going to allow those AGL orbs to drop so I can actually get the 24 key for him. Yeah. That's important. That's important. And then we'll just grab these, and we should be good. Alright, even Cell Max's crits aren't fully KOing the enemy now. Well, at least the Q-Cone Man, right? Obviously the SAIBAMEN are. But yeah, so the nervous thing is like if the Nappa shows up, right? Because he's obviously like the tankiest of any of the enemies we could face. Okay, we again should be fine here. Should not be too much of a bother for us. Perfect. Okay. On to phase 30. Okay, this is the very last turn. A scary turn indeed. Definitely a little bit frightening. Not gonna lie to you there. Oh my goodness, look at this. 2 Q-Cone Man and Nappa. But it's lucky that the tech unit is not one of them, right? I think, yeah, because of that, we're still going to attack one of these tech units here. Let's go ahead and grab these, and then maybe those tech orbs will fall. Nice. Dang. Okay, we'll grab the 24 key with Broly there. Yeah. We'll get the 24 key with Broly here, and then we can switch on over to... I guess that's gonna have to do. Okay, let's see. This is the moment of truth to see if we can beat stage 30 here with no items, basically. But yeah, I think I've kind of proven that this team can do it. Considering we only needed to get to stage 9, we had enough items to start using items at literally turn 1. And these missions don't require you to use no items or anything, so you could just start popping attack support items on the very first turn and get this thing done pretty easily, I think. Okay, so far so good. 2 enemies down. Only 3 to go, and we don't have to worry about any type disadvantage because both AGL and Tech have been destroyed. That's really, really good for us. Yeah, I think we've reached the point. They are mathematically eliminated. The enemies cannot survive the rest of the onslaught that we have for them. Now, the real question is going to be... Yeah, we still didn't attack with a slot 3 unit. The entire time, we did not attack with the slot 3 unit. That is nuts. That's absolutely crazy. Jeez, what a run. What a run. Okay, well, if you guys weren't able to clear those missions on your own, hopefully that was helpful for you. Broly is definitely a really, really good go-to for this, so is Cell Max. So, there we go. all 4 missions complete. Like I said before, you only need to get past stage 9. Going all the way up to stage 30 like that is absolutely not necessary, but it's exciting for me because that is the first time that I've done it technically kind of with no items. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.